She gets home late at night, walks in the door and flips on the light, reaches for the dial on the radio set, spins it round like playing Russian roulette, hoping to hear her favourite DJ. Maybe he'll play That'll Be the Day, taking her back to her high school days when love was real, not a heartbeat away. Love's on the airwaves tonight, tears you apart. Love's on the airwaves tonight. No one's gonna hurt you, no one's gonna break your heart. Billy, no mates, Billy, no mates. What you gonna do, Billy, no mates? Do it on your own, Billy, no mates. The future's in your hands, Billy, no mates, Billy, no mates. His hopes and his life all packed up neatly in an old dishevelled case. He's got a handful of money and a ticket going anywhere as long as it ain't this place. Even Stephen knows his destiny ain't in this one pub town. He's out to prove to the world he's got what it takes to make it true somehow. And he don't hear the cynics as they wail the prophecies of how he's gonna fail. So just you watch as even Stephen prevails. Drops through the letterbox. She laughs at how they're never gonna get all the money that she hasn't got. She puts on her best rags and her dancing shoes. She's gonna go out in style. She knows she's the queen. She's baby London, baby London, baby London, baby London. It's alright,
on a quick tune because I've just changed all my strings.
As you do.
10 minutes before we started. Oh, I should probably put new strings
As you do. As you do if you're Hammo.
Oh, I've got to go and do a thing. Maybe I should do some other stuff first. Make me late.
Hello, Skeggy and Charles and BD Cheetah. Way to get in with an early request as well, BD Cheetah. Great to see you all again.
Excellent. Welcome.
Hope all is well in all of your worlds.
Hope we're all looking forward to a nice, bright, happy weekend. It's Friday.
Yeah, it is Friday. I doubt it. It was supposed to be like really hot and nice and stuff, and
It's been cold and miserable.
yeah, I've nearly turned the heat back on. Many a day this week. Every day I'm like, no, tomorrow will be nicer. So I won't turn the heat on. And then tomorrow is, you know what? Not nicer. So I ruined it. And then I think, okay, maybe the next day I'll turn the heat on. I'll do it tomorrow. It's like, no, it might be nice. Yeah. And then it rains and it's gray. The sun was out today. But much like winter sun, it seemed to illuminate but not warm. Anyway.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why is that a thing?
I don't know. But yeah, so we're starting with some Hammo tunes.
Yeah.
Specifically, the first 3 are Hammo tunes.
That will be... Shut up. That will be on the forthcoming album.
Yeah.
That I'm deep in the processes of. I've done all the basic tracking.
Mm-hmm.
Need to do guitars, vocals.
You might have a special guest or two.
I might invite a special guest or two along to come and contribute. Should be lovely.
Go. Look forward to all of that. Right.
Right, so this one is called Vapor Trails. And it goes, hopefully, like this. Why are you pulling me apart? Lost inside your own stratosphere. Come back to earth and in my heart. I can hardly wait till you tell me it's over. Finally lift that weight from off your shoulders. You know he's no good for you. I'm waiting here with love to prove. If I could just make you want me. Every single time I try to tell you, fear chokes me and all the words at once are in my throat. So I fail, stumbling over what I wish I could say. Panic takes me and I'm the air. My intentions disappear like vapor trails. How can you keep your face straight when you lie? Next to him, the truth burning holes in your heart. I can help with your soul salvation right here now with this revelation. You could only see me. Every single time I try to tell you, fear chokes me. All the words at once are in my throat. So I fail, stumbling over what I wish I could say. Panic takes me on the air. My intentions disappear like vapor trails. soul aches for you. This secret is one I choose to keep, because you don't realize just a breath lost in the wind. You know the words I long to hear. Why are you pulling me apart? Lost inside your own stratosphere. Come back to earth and then my heart. Understand I will hold no other above you, above you, above you. Hand on my heart, I will forever love you, love you, love you. Every single time I try to tell you, the fear chokes me and all the words at once are in my throat. So I fail, stumbling over what I wish I could say. Panic takes me and I'm the air. My intentions disappear like vapor trails, like vapor trails. You know the words I love to hear. Why are you pulling me apart? Lost inside your own stratosphere. Come back to earth and mend my heart.
Skaggy likes it.
It won't sound anything like that.
Yes.
I gotta find a different way to play that. That's an arm killer.
The beauty of Hammo is that when he records things, he finds all these lovely sounds and interesting tones and
Alternative
yes.
things to do. I like to play around with stuff.
Yeah, well. And Liam's here,
Sounds like Liam. Hello, Liam.
and he says, "Are you nicking Rush song titles now?" And I said, "Well, if you're gonna steal, you take from the best."
I've always said that.
Yeah,
I've always said if you're going to steal something, there's only 12 notes.
yeah.
So you're stealing something from somebody somewhere.
So take the good stuff.
Take the good stuff. Take the stuff you like.
And Satina's here.
Satina.
She also liked that last one.
Yeah. That's quite an old one. That one's about, I wrote that about 10 years ago.
Yeah, you've had that a while, actually.
I think I've only ever played it twice.
I think you played it at an open mic
I think
once.
I played it at an open mic twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I've played it other than that.
Hmm.
So there we are. This is what I'm doing. I'm clearing my catalogue. Because I've got like 7 or 8 albums worth of stuff to record.
Liam wants to know if you're recording it acoustic.
No. Nope.
There will be...
There will be acoustic guitars on the album.
But it's not just Hammo with a guitar.
It's not just me singing and jamming along with the guitar. It's a full band album, if you like. It's just I'm doing all the instrumentation.
Yeah. Laying down bass tracks, finding keyboard tracks.
Yeah, putting down keyboard tracks, piano, various string arrangements, maybe a trumpet here or there. Like I did on the last album. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen.
Skaggy said you could slow down the middle of the song, and it would sound brilliant. Satina said it got her bippity boppeting booing in the old living room shuffle. Liam said that last one sounds like it'd be good with a bit more punch as well. Yeah.
Yeah. You wait and see. You wait and see what's going to happen.
No, that should be on the thing. No instruments will be harmed in the production of this forthcoming album. You should put that as a disclaimer. No instruments were harmed in the making of this
All right,
album.
write that down.
Well done, said Tina. That's clever.
Actually, I'm going to put some instruments may have been harmed.
Yes, because it's Hammo.
Because it's me. Not exactly the gentlest guitarist.
No.
Surprising, all my gear is in such good shape.
I know.
Pretty much ding-free. Right, this is... I think I've played this one before.
Trust Hammo. He knows what he is doing. Wait till it is done and then complain. Got it. Yep. Pretty much.
I have played this one before on the stream when we did me as a featured artist. I think. Was this one on the list? This will be on the album. You told me lies, but the truth was so poorly disguised. And now so very, very bold, here you come, with your dress and my trust all undone. What a waste. You try to hide, shy away from the facts you deny. Oh, how so very, very cold you've become, with your smile and your glassiness gone. What a shame. You think just because some say love is blind, I don't see. But I'm not crazy, my eyes open wide. Newsflash, love ain't blind, baby, please. Don't you blame me, you seem to believe what you do when you're away from me is okay, maybe, but baby, love ain't blind. No, no, baby, love ain't blind. You say you'll try, but no matter how you hold your head high, so low, so very, very soulless and numb, with your hair messed, your crown hit and run. What a loss. You think just because some say love is blind, I don't see. But I'm not crazy, my eyes open wide. Newsflash, love ain't blind, baby, please. Don't you blame me, you seem to believe what you do when you're away from me is okay, maybe, but baby, love ain't blind. No, no, baby, love ain't blind. Do you have any idea how you tear me up, break my heart, make me cry, knowing that you won't be home tonight? Don't tell me what, baby, just lie. You think just because some say love is blind, I don't see. But I'm not crazy, my eyes open wide. Newsflash, love ain't blind, baby, please. Don't you blame me, you seem to believe what you do when you're away from me. It's okay, maybe, but baby, love ain't blind. No, no, baby, love ain't blind. Baby, love ain't blind. No, no, baby, love ain't blind.
Yeah.
I like that one. Well, that one's going to be so good.
Skeggy said that's another cracker.
It's going to be so good.
Got
when you
another
hear
hit
what
to
I've
match
done.
Temperance.
When you hear what I've done.
Trust the Skeggy legend. He does know. He does know the Skeggy. He knows things. We've got Stephen 152296 in the house. Great to see you. 152296.
152296.
And B Bumstead's here.
Who?
B Bumstead.
B Bumstead.
Yeah. And if you all have not followed our friend B Bumstead, please do give them a follow. They are amazing.
Warm.
Yeah, it's a bit toasty. You want the...
Yes, please, yes.
There we go. Liam had said, strings, I expect, will be treated most harshly, and many will never see a vibration again. And I said, well, yeah, that is a fact. They are beaten to death around these parts. And Satina said, casualties of the art. I'm like, oh, that should be the next album title then. So it's I've done it. Casualties of the art. And then the album cover is just broken strings. You know, wrapped up and stuff. And your rounded down pick and all of that crap. Casualties of the art.
That might be the back cover.
Yeah. It's good, huh? We're going to have to give Satina credits on these albums.
I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe. You never know.
You never know.
Right. This is called Spectre. Shadow faces, see them hide. The cold embrace makes you deny. When all you wanted was to find a way to reconcile. Broken promise, injured soul. To be so honest takes its toll. When all around you lies a misdirected truth, you smile and run. Protect her. Run into the light, out of the shade, out of the sun. Cast shadows, you can't forget her when she's the thing that haunts you like a spectre. Whispered voices, hear them cry. The bold suggestions they imply. When all you asked for was a chance to glow in the aftermath. Budgies, bridges, wounded heart. The weight of goodness tears apart. When you're surrounded by the veil of deceit, you laugh and run out of the dark into the arms of the one you hope will make you better when you swore to protect her. Run into the light, out of the shade, out of the sun. Cast shadows, you can't forget her when she's the thing that haunts you like a spectre. You make a play, trying to win the day, raising the stakes, but this is not a game. protect her and run into the light, out of the shade, out of the sun cast shadows. You can't forget her when she's the thing that haunts you. Like a spectre, run out of the dark into the arms of the one you hope will make you better when you swap to protect her. Run into the light, out of the shade, out of the sun cast shadows. You can't forget her when she's the thing that haunts you. Like a spectre. Or something like that.
So you're somewhat James Bondy themed, kind of,
Yeah.
sort
I'd
of.
write a James Bond theme
Well,
for the fun of it.
well, you also kind of did it in the daylights as well.
We did.
Yes.
So I thought I'd do it again.
Great emotes in the chat, and yeah. So B Bumstead has been working on. Hang on, it's an OM acoustic.
Oh. An OM.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me find it.
Is that like innovation?
I think it is. I didn't have a chance to look at the
Or is that
whole
the model,
video.
The model that he's talking about.
I think. Well, the title of the video is "Working on an OM acoustic." So hang on. Orchestra model.
Oh, so like this, basically. This
Yeah.
is it's like triple A.
It's pretty cool though.
I thought it might be some weird brand. I've
No,
never heard
no.
of.
It's pretty cool. The bits that I can see on the thing. I don't know.
I might watch some of that.
Hmm.
I might watch some of that the other day.
Yeah, it was a couple days ago.
Oh, there you go.
Body shape. Of course, Orbiter knows. Orbiter and B Bumstead are similar chaps.
What am I thinking of? Oh, they made. Oh, OLP is what I'm thinking of. Officially licensed product.
Officially licensed product. Okay.
Which was a knockoff offshore brand. They did like Music Man basses and guitars and various
Gotcha.
other things. That's what I was thinking of.
And
right,
because
okay.
Orbiter is here,
Orbiter!
that, and I got to use my new Orbi command. So I made one for our friendo, Big Bill Hendo, but I've also made one for Orbiter as well.
Orbiter!
Yeah. So there you go. It's our super awesome friend Orbiter. He is a wizard and one of the nicest people on Twitch. He's a great friend of ours, so head over to his channel and give him a follow and tune into his stream. And please do the same for B Bumstead as well. Because Hammo Fam rules. You guys are the best. Right. So our friend BD Cheetah requested this one. Do feel free to get your requests in as well.
Lost in your own imagination of AM waves you serve radio. Looking through all your televisions of what you want to be. Video. Do you feel the world turning for you while your heart's burning? Will you break from the fall? This is your wake-up call. Do you feel your head spinning? For you were lost from the beginning. is your wake up call. Lost in your own imagination of airwaves you serve radio, looking through all your televisions of what you want to be. Video. Do you feel the world turning for you while your heart's burning? Will you break from the fall? This is your wake-up call. Do you feel your head spinning? For you were lost from the beginning. Will you break through the wall? This is your wake-up call. You could pull this up if you would just sit tight and tell me what you know. You could pull this up if you would just sit tight and tell me what you know. You're lost in your radio. You're lost in your radio. Do you feel the world turning for you while your heart's burning? Will you break from the fall? This is your wake-up call. Do you feel your head spinning? For you were lost from the beginning. Will you break through the wall? This is your wake-up. Do you feel the world turning for you while your heart's burning? Will you break from the fall? This is your wake-up call. Do you feel your head spinning? For you were lost from the beginning. Will you break through the wall? This is your wake-up call. You're lost in your radio. You're lost in your radio.
I love that song. Thank you, BD Cheetah, for requesting it. And
First official single.
yes, and holy crap, Orbiter. He gets a text yesterday evening saying, "We have an extra ticket for Pearl Jam tonight. Want to go?" It's like,
Yeah.
duh. So did you go? Was it awesome? How was it? Tell us all about it. I assume that you went. Like Satina said, to which you replied, "Is the Pope Catholic?" Yeah. You go.
Is the Pope Jewish? No, but if he was, he'd be going to Pearl Jam.
Yeah. BD Cheetah loves that song too.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's one of my favourites. It's an oldie but a goodie. Oldie but a goodie. What am I doing now? I can't read that.
You are doing something from the States, actually. Bit of Jimmy Eat World.
Oh,
Hear You
nice
Me.
boys.
Yeah, nice Mormon boys. Nice
Mormon
boys.
lads. Nice bunch of lads.
Is a frog's
one am I
ass. Hear You Me. Is a frog's ass watertight? Exactly. So, I need a full report because I'm getting excited for July. Is it July? Beginning of July. Or is it beginning of June? Yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't even matter what the seat number is. Just, I'll meet you there. Because, yeah, it's
Yeah.
July. It's July 9th.
Yeah, it's right after the 4th of July.
It was very good. Oh, I'm excited. I'm getting so geeked.
There's no one in town I know. You gave us some place to go. I never said thank you for that. Thought I might get one more chance. So what would you think of me now? So lucky, so strong, so proud. I never said thank you for that. Now I'll never have a chance. May angels lead you in. Here you meet my friends. On sleepless roads the sleepless go. May angels lead you in. So what would you think of me now? So lucky, so strong, so proud. I never said thank you for that. Now I'll never have a chance. May angels lead you in. Here you meet my friends. On sleepless roads, the sleepless go. May angels lead you in. 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 And if you were with me tonight, I'd sing to you just one more time. A song for a heart so big, God wouldn't let it live. May angels lead you in. Here you meet my friends. On sleepless roads the sleepless go. May angels lead you in. May angels lead you in. Here you meet my friends. Sleepless roads the sleepless go. May angels lead you in. On sleepless roads the sleepless go. May angels lead you in. That's a fantastic
I
song.
love that song so much. I think that's their best song.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I don't know. I don't
I
quite like
think it
Sweetness.
is.
I do
Sweetness
like
is
Lead
great.
American as well.
I like the call and response, but in Sweetness. If
Yeah.
you're listening, whoa.
But yeah,
I mean,
that could be that as well.
because
That's a great.
the greatest way to get any sort of audience participation is to give them something like that. And anybody can sing the whoa. It's a nice, simple drop-in melody. Sing it back, whoa. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sticks with you.
But it goes to the cold.
Yeah,
occurs to the goal.
yeah. And we've got so it is a crafter night tonight because we've got B. Bumstead, we've got Orbiter, and we've got Asus enthusiast, all in. And all
Awesome.
3 of them are crafter streamers, maker crafter streamers. So it's great to have the 3 of you in here tonight.
It is indeed. Watching me abuse this guitar.
That you have tape on
It's there
to prevent you from adjusting the volume.
with my nipple.
Yeah, it happens.
You've been around for such a long time now, or maybe I could leave you, but I don't know how. And why should I be lonely every night when I can be with you? Oh yeah, you make it right, and I don't listen to the girls who say that you're bad for me and I should turn away, 'cause they don't know about us. They've never heard of love. Get a feeling when I look at you. Wherever you go now, I wanna be there too. They say we're crazy, but I just don't care. And if they keep on talking, still they get nowhere. So I don't mind if they don't understand when I look at you and you hold my hand. 'Cause they don't know about us. They've never heard of love. Why should it matter to us if they don't approve? We should just take our chances while we've got nothing to lose. Baby, there's no need for living in the past. Now I found good love and gonna make it last. I tell the others, don't you bother me, 'cause when they look at you, they don't see what I see. So I don't listen to their wasted lines. Got my eyes wide open and I see the signs. 'Cause they don't know about us. They've never heard of love. So I don't mind if they don't understand when I look at you and you hold my hand. 'Cause they don't know about us. They've never heard of love. No, I don't listen to all those girls who say that you're bad for me and I should turn away. 'Cause they don't know about us. They've never heard of love.
I like that song.
Yeah,
It's
it's another
fun.
great tune.
It's
Tracy Ullman
Yeah.
recorded that.
Yep.
Paul McCartney was in the video.
Yep.
Those are the 2 facts that you need to know about that.
Pretty much. Satina and the choir have started learning I Would Do Anything for Love. And then, of course, in her row, they were keeping each other entertained by offering various answers to the question, what is it that Meatloaf won't do? And I'm like, well, nothing. There was nothing that Meatloaf wouldn't do. She said, well, except for that, apparently. Like, yeah, no one wants to do that. But otherwise, Meatloaf pretty much did everything else. He was a real dead ringer for love. Yeah. You're going to divorce me now, aren't you?
I might do that.
But you won't do that. Thank you for the applause. Thank you for all the emotes, by the way, in the chat. That's brilliant. Do let us know if you'd like to hear some other songs. It's another Hammo tune, and it's going out to our very good friend, Skippy.
Tell me, do you think we've changed from when we became no more you and I in separated lives? And tell me, do you understand? I never meant to fail with you. Why on earth would I want to be torn in two? And is it only in my mind, or did we really love so strong? And would it really be unkind to let this love go on? You, my angel, be my savior tonight. Show me wrong from right. Give me temperance. Tell me, do you sense the tide turning in its grave? Ever since you and I decided to part ways, and tell me, do you hear me? I never meant to lose with you. Why in heaven's name would anyone think I wanted to? And is it only in my mind, or did we learn which buttons to press? Was I really oh so blind not to see your distress? You, my angel, be my savior tonight. Show me wrong from right. Give me temperance. Do you ever wonder if we both fell out of anger? Would we catch each other as we hurtled down? Do you ever wonder if we both fell out of anger? Would we catch each other as we hurtled down? And is it only in my mind, or were we in way over our heads? Can we really leave behind the words better left unsaid? You, my angel, be my savior tonight. Show me wrong from right. Give me temperance. You, my angel, be my savior tonight. Show me wrong from right. Give me temperance. You, my angel, be my savior tonight. Show me wrong from right. Give me temperance.
Skeggy loves that one.
That's on the album.
He said, made my day. That song, the words are the story. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, I love how much you love that one, Skeggy. It does make me happy in my little soul.
Pleases us. Because that's really...
Well, that's why you do it.
That's why we do it. Oh, it's not the entire reason I do it. I do it because I have to.
Yeah. And because it gives you pleasure and you meaning and everything else. But it's just that much better when somebody else says, you know what, I relate to that song, I love that song, whatever it is.
And it could be anything. It could be just the drum beat or bass line or the lyric.
Yeah, just one little piece of the lyric, you know, not the whole thing. Just, you know, that combination of words like that is just so cool.
If it affects somebody in some way, in some small way, then that's
a win.
That's a win. That's job done. It means that we connect and we share the same emotions and feelings and thoughts, and wrote a song about feelings. Here it goes. I'm a douchebag, and I wrote a song about feelings. And I'm playing the college girls on campus. Because they all love my long blonde hair.
You're so ridiculous. You know you would have done the same thing at that age if you thought it would have worked.
It's not like I didn't try it.
Yeah.
I did try it. I did exactly that. Took my shoes off and everything.
So
Got a
Tina's-
hacky sack. I never actually used the hacky sack, but I put it down by my feet to make it seem like I was hacky sacking.
Did you really?
No. What do you think? Why would I buy a hacky sack?
I don't know.
Do I look like a hacky sack to you?
You're a dude. Dudes will be any sort of type in order to get a bit of tail. I'm just saying.
I may have pretended to be a hacky sack, but I never needed a hacky sack.
Oh,
Bro, what's up?
oh God in heaven. Fraudster!
What's that? Some people might say my life is in a rut, but I'm quite happy living with what. I'd say that I should suffer more, but I'm so happy I can't see the point. Something's happening here today. Show up strength with your boys brigade, and I'm so happy and you're so kind. You want more money, of course I don't mind. To my nuclear textbooks for atomic crimes, and the public gets what the public wants, but I want nothing this society's got. I'm going underground, where the brass band's playing, feet start to pound. Going underground, let the boys all sing and the boys all shout for tomorrow. Some people might get some pleasure out of hate. Me, I've enough already on my plate. People might need some tension to relax me. I'm too busy dodging between the fact what you see is what you get. You made your bed, you better lie in it. You choose your leaders and you place your trust, and the lies put you down and the promises bust. You see kidney machines replaced by rockets and guns, and the public wants what the public gets, but I don't get what this society wants. Going underground, where the brass band's playing, feet start to pound. Going underground, let the boys all sing and the boys all shout for tomorrow. La 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 la, la 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 la. Talk and we talk until my head explodes. Turn on the news, my body froze. Greying sheep on the TV screen. Make this boy shout, make this boy scream. Going underground, going underground, going underground, going underground, going underground, going underground. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Braying sheep on the TV screen. Make this boy shout, make this boy scream. Going underground, let the brethren say and start to pound. Going underground, let the brass bands play and we go pound, pound, pound. Going underground, let the brass bands play and feet start to pound. Going underground, let the boys all sing and the boys all shout for tomorrow.
Yeah, Skeggy said we're going underground for the Hammo sound. And yes, that one does get me just aggro as hell. Satina's got it right. Paula Smash. That's the Paula Smash song. Yep. We've also got Kat here. So Rodster's joined us and Kat's joined us. Good to see you all. Right. It's one for Satina.
Oh. I know what that is then.
Yes.
I know what that is. I already know.
I know what that is.
I know what those two little white blurry things mean. Sure if you're a boy or a girl. Hey babe, yeah, it's alright. Hey babe, let's go out tonight. You like me and I like it all. Oh, we like dancing and we look divine. You love bands when they're playing hard. You want more and you want it fast. Put you down, say I'm wrong. Tacky thing, you put them on. Rebel, rebel, you torn your dress. Rebel, rebel, your face is a mess. Rebel, rebel, how could they know? Hot tramp, I love you so. Got your mother in a whirl. She's not sure if you're a boy or a girl. Hey babe, your hair's alright. Hey babe, let's stay out tonight. You like me and I like it all. We like dancing and we look divine. You love bands when they play it hard. You want more and you want it fast. They put you down, they say I'm wrong. You tacky thing, you put them on. On your dress. Rebel, rebel, your face is a mess. Rebel, rebel, how could they know? Hot tramp, I love you so. Can you hear us bumping on your stereo? 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 Life is a cigarette, and you smoke to the end. But if you rock in the middle bit, oh, then you're my only friends. The wider your eyes, the bigger the lies. Yes, it's true. Rebel, you tune your dress. Rebel, rebel, your face is a mess. Rebel, rebel, how could I know? Hot tramp, I love you so. You torn your dress, your face is a mess. You can't get enough, but enough ain't the test. You got your cue line and have a loot. You wanna be there when they can't have the dude. So what you wanna know? Kill an Japanese child. Oh, where do you wanna go? What can I do for you? Looks like you've been the two because you torn your dress and your face is a mess. Yeah, your face is a mess. So how could they know? I said now how could they know?
You got You guys coming in with the hype.
Hype train.
So thank you to Toy Boy for your 14-month resub, kicking that off. Ghoulbuster76 is here.
Ghoulbuster76.
And he said, they said, hello, I'm here to hear him say my name. That's all right. It makes me happy. So, yeah, Toy Boy's here, and he came in with the resub. Liam came in with bits, a resub, and a gift sub. Thank you very much, my friend. Satina with the bits. Orbiter with the bits. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome keeping that hype a-going.
You got time? Crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people living as fools. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love, forget how to hate. Mental wounds not healing, life's a bit of shame. Going up the rails on a high train. Going up the rails on a high end. Listen to preachers, listen to fools. I've watched all the dropouts who make their own rules. Want the condition to rule and control. All the media sounds in, and you leave the role. Mental wounds still screaming, driving me insane. Going up the rails on a high train. Going up the rails on a high. I know that things are going wrong for me. You've got to listen to my words, yeah. This is the Cold War, that's what we become. Inheriting troubles, I'm mentally numb. Crazy, I just cannot bear. I'm living with something just isn't fair. Mental wounds not healing, who am I to blame? Going up the rails on a high train. Going up the rails on a high train. Going up the rails on a high train. Going up the rails on a high.
Thank you all for that hype train a-going. So, again, Toy Boy with your resub, Liam with your resub, your bits, and your gift sub, Satina with some bits, Orbiter with some bits, B. Bumstead with your resub as well, and thank you to the Anonymous Bitter for those bits as well.
Oh,
Yes. Anonymous coming in with a megabit drop. Thank you very much. So yeah, Rodster said, who are you going to call? Ghoulbuster.
Ghoulbuster 76.
It does make me chuckle every time. And apparently it makes Ghoulbuster 76 laugh every time as well. Sort of like Orbiter. And when we are in Orbiter's stream and you type it out, how he can hear you say it.
Orbiter!
It's too good.
Right, we've in excess.
Yeah.
Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you that I love your precious heart. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. We could live for 1,000 years, but if I hurt you, I may whine from your tears. I told you that we could fly, 'cause we all have wings. Some of us don't know why. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. Those were the nuts. Those are. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds colliding, and they could never tear us apart. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds colliding. Well, I was standing, you were there. Two worlds colliding. Well, I was standing, you were there. Two worlds colliding. I was standing, you were there. and they could never tear us apart.
Tune.
That is a tune. That's a tune.
Look
at that tune.
By the way, I found it funny that...
erect in its own right.
God. So Liam requested that one. And Liam was the one a few weeks back who said, notes happen, often in the right order. Sometimes Hammo has a say in that. So I found it particularly amusing that you're like, those weren't the notes.
Those weren't the notes.
No. Notes happen, often in the right order. Sometimes Hammo has a say in that.
I played the notes either side of the notes that I was supposed to be playing.
Jazz notes.
Yeah, it's all jazz, man. It's jazz. That's jazz. Let's jazz it up a bit.
And I know Rodster may have already left, or he might be lurking, but he's had to bow out for the night. So hope you have a great weekend, Rodster, and the whole jam spam. Satina, these are not the notes you're looking for. Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much all the notes are not the notes I'm looking for. But you know, there you go.
As I said, I see Toy Boy has got a request in. I know Liam's already had a couple, but feel free to shove another one in there, Liam. Orbiter's got a request in. Satina, B. Bumstead, and whoever the anonymous bitter was. If you would like to get some requests in, please do feel free for your hype train participation. Thank you all for that hype train, by the way. It was brilliant.
That's harder to do. My first beer. Sprawling on the fringes of the city in geometric order, an insulated border in between the bright lights and the far unlit unknown. Growing up, it all seems so one-sided. Opinions are provided, the future pre-decided, detached and subdivided in the mass production zone. Nowhere is the dreamer or the misfit so alone. Subdivisions in the high school halls, in the shopping malls, conform or be cast out. Subdivisions in the basement bars, in the backs of cars, we could be cast out. Any escape may help us through the unattractive truth, but the suburbs have no jobs to soothe the restless dreams. Escape may help to smooth the unattractive truth, but the suburbs have no jobs to soothe the restless dreams of youth. in the high school halls, in the shopping malls, conform or be cast out. Subdivisions in the basement bars, in the backs of cars, be cool or be cast down. Subdivisions in the high school halls, in the shopping malls, conform or be cast out. Subdivisions in the basement bars, in the backs of cars, be cool or be cast down. Any escape may help smooth the unattractive truth, but the suburbs have no charms to soothe the restless dreams of youth. But the suburbs have no charms to soothe the restless dreams of youth. All the suburbs have no charms to soothe the restless dreams of youth. That was a bit scrappy.
Yeah. Scrabbly.
I couldn't read it is the problem. And it's not the glasses thing, it's the way I've laid it out. I need to make a change to this. If you would make the note, please.
Yep.
And then give me the note.
And then you will promptly throw it away.
Yes.
Without looking at the note.
Possibly.
So
The grip.
coming up later is Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel, but that's later. And Satina says, does anyone remember Garfunkel's Burger Place? And I said, there used to be one across from my office, right there on the corner. So there's the spaghetti place, and then there's a burger place, and then there's something else.
It's a Japanese place now.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's supposed to be, but they still haven't opened it yet. It's a noodle bar. And Satina said that, yes, they opened a noodle bar restaurant in Sidcup and a bubble tea shop. And she said,
What?
oh, yes, bubble tea. So it is fermented green tea with blobs of tapioca in there. And these teenagers get these straws, you know, that have gigantic holes in them and slurp up these bubbles of hardened tapioca. I'm like,
What?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's
I didn't make anything up. It's tapioca, little balls of tapioca in tea.
in hardened tea.
No, in regular tea. So it's liquid tea with little blobs in them. Squishy tapioca blobs.
That's revolting.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the word that I used. Revolting. And Liam was the same thing. He's like, do what now? That sounds horrible. I'm like, yeah. And cold tea is bad enough, but adding tapioca. Yeah. Oh, B. Bumstead had one yesterday. It was good. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. See, I don't like tapioca.
Yeah, I know.
So
Tapioca was the devil's food when I was a
yeah,
child.
tapioca
That's
is
what they
just
served you in Grimm school.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have tapioca pudding for lunch. Oh, fuck.
But I had to look because
I've already thrown up. I don't want to eat more of it.
so there is still an Angus Steakhouse on the corner near Oxford Circus Station. So if you're walking up to go to this, right there on the left, there is an Angus Steakhouse. And I was walking by there the other day to come home, and they had a sandwich board sign out. And I had to double take, and I actually had to double check and look it up online to make sure that the price I saw was actually the price that I saw. They were advertising their Angus beef burger. How much?
$15.99.
You are wrong. $18.95. I'm like, you're literally asking me to pay 20 quid for a hamburger? You must be joking. 20 pounds. It is served in a
Was he going to moo at me?
in a toasted and seeded brioche bun,
I don't want a brioche bun. You know what I want?
With
I want
French
a burger
fries.
bun.
and it has French fries.
I don't want a brioche bun. That is not what you put a burger in.
But I am not spending £18.95 for your hamburger. You gotta be kidding me.
That is just
I know, Toy Boy. He said would have to be a T-bone burger for that price. I'm like, I know. Yeah, for $18.95.
I'm not even paying $18.95 for a T-bone.
Well, Satina said for $18.95 I could make you fillet steak burgers.
If I'm paying $18.95, I don't want a burger. I want the actual steak.
Yeah. Liam says tapioca equals frog spawn.
That's right, frog spawn.
And Kat was like, what, tea with caviar? I'm like, actually, that I would probably have more than a tea with tapioca in it.
Oh, I like caviar. Caviar's nice.
Yeah.
Right, let's try this again.
Fish eyes. B. Bumstead. Ugh. Ooh.
California, oh, how I miss her. Sunbeams like fingers brushing my skin. California, how I'm longing for her. Still I can feel her warmth from within. Although I haven't seen her in quite a while, I know that when I do, she's gonna make me smile. I want to fall straight into your welcoming arms. I want to lay under your blanket of stars. I give my heart to you, give everything I am for you. I want to stay with you, my California. California, oh, I gotta warn ya, she gets into your soul and won't let go. California, oh, I can't control her, she's coursing through my veins and I can't say no. Even though I haven't tasted her in quite some time, I know that when I do, it's gonna be sublime. Straight into your welcoming arms. I want to lay under your blanket of stars. I give my heart to you, give everything I am for you. I want to stay with you, my California. Quite a while, I know that when I do, she's gonna make me smile. I want to fall straight into your welcoming arms. I want to lay under your blanket of stars. I give my heart to you, give everything I am for you. I want to stay with you, my California. With you, my California.
BD Cheetah, thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Yeah, you are feeling a bit punchy.
Cheers. Thank you for stopping by.
And Orbiter says, I believe Gordon Ramsay has a $100 burger on his menu.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay.
Gordon Ramsay's
yeah.
wanker.
He's a wanker, and I can almost justify that. But Angus Steakhouse
I would like to go drinking with him, though.
Is like
He's my kind of wanker.
It's a chain. It's like Outback, or TGI Fridays, or
it's like shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a whole level of meh.
It's not a
edible.
great steakhouse.
It's edible.
It's a chain steakhouse. You know what it is? It's basically you take the pub, you take the pub out of all of these chain pubs.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But I was trying to explain it
without the pub aspect.
I was trying to equate it to something in the States because I also said, by the way,
it's not as good as Outback.
No, but it's that same sort of idea.
It's like Chili's.
Yeah.
But steakhouse. It's
Chili's.
Sizzler.
Baby back ribs.
It's like Sizzler.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
And 19 pounds is 23 USD. It's like, are you going to pay $23 for a burger?
Is it only $23?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we are hurting in this country.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. It's not good.
I remember when it was...
Yeah, it's $1.26 right now.
I remember it was over $2 to the pound.
They're estimating that it's going to go lower, which means...
It'll be 1-to-1.
Which means
we'll be in poverty.
We should go home. Which means it's the right time to go home.
No. No, if the pound
Oh, no,
drops,
wait.
it becomes
Yeah, it's
more
the other way.
expensive.
Yeah. Oh, we need to get my mom to come out here then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, she needs to get a passport.
Yeah.
Which she hasn't done.
Yeah.
Just, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I know. Right. Let's do a song for Toy Boy. That's what we're going to do. Toy Boy.
Who?
Exactly. Supermod. Who? Toy Boy. Oh, wait. Toy Boy tuned into Patty and Leo last night. They were doing a honeymoon stream from the boat that they were on. I'm like, oh, man.
Suck up.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I hope they put it on their YouTube because I want to watch it.
I wish I'd known.
He said they look really happy. I'm like,
that's awesome. That's so awesome. I wish I'd known. I would have.
I know. Toy Boy, are you out tomorrow night for Moonshine and Molly? Just asking. Because the Hammos are venturing out of the doors.
King, I've just handed my pinball crown others lead him in, and he just does the rest. He's got crazy flipper fingers, he never tilts at all. That deaf, dumb and blind kid sure plays a mean pinball.
B. Bumstead coming in with the actually perfect emote from Orbiter.
Tilt.
Yeah, Orbiter's tilt emote. That is actually the best emote for that song. Well done.
Excellent, excellent. Love it. Ziggy Stardust. Ooh. I have not played this in some time. Ziggy played guitar, jamming good with Weird and Gilly and the Spiders from Mars. He played it left hand, but made it too far. Became the special man, and then we were Ziggy's band. Ziggy really sang, screwed up bars and screwed down hairdo. Like some cat from Japan, he could lick 'em by smiling, he could leave 'em to hang. Came on so loaded, man, well hung and snow at time. So where were the spiders while the fly tried to break our bones? Just to be a light to guide us. So we bitched about his fans and should we crush his sweet hands? Ooh, yeah. Ziggy played for time, jiving us that we were voodoo. The kids were just crass, he was the nass. We got given ass, he took it all too far, but boy could he play guitar. Making love with his ego, Ziggy sucked up into his mind like a leper messiah. When the kids had killed the man, I had to break up the band. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Ziggy played guitar.
Orbiter was looking at the white tape.
What?
He was looking at the white tape, and he was like, he was trying not to think about the nipple comment. I'm like, you're never going to unhear it. He's like, no, probably not.
Nipple guard on it.
Yeah. And then
Everybody can read it and they'll understand what it is.
Well, then Liam said, it's what happens when you have prehensile nipples with independent thought. It's like Dr. Octopus with more interesting peculiarities.
Totally. That's exactly what it is.
He's like, great.
Go, telescopic nipple.
And Orbiter's like, great. I shall have nightmares about this now. Like, yeah. There is no refund on your bits, though. I'm sorry. You know what you're getting into when you come here.
That's true. That is true. You know. You've been here before.
Satina's going to change the lyrics to Pompeii. What's the actual lyric? How am I going to be an optimist about this, right? How am I going to be an optimist about this? She's like, Satina's from Tuesdays changed the lyrics competition. How can I be an octopus about this? Oh, how can I be an octopus about this? Oh, Kat, I'm glad you liked that one. Thank you very much.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Come to speak with you again. There's a vision softly creeping, left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walk alone through narrow streets of cobblestone, beneath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs, but voices never shared. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool, said I, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words like silent raindrops fell and echoed in the silence, and the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming, and the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls, tenement halls, whispered in the sound of silence.
Liam adjusted the lyric on that one, and the people bowed and prayed to the Hammo god they had made. I'm like,
you don't want to be
I'm
doing
like,
that.
yeah, I'm like, dear heavens, don't tell him that, because your hat's barely fit as it is.
Not only that, my pants barely fit as it is.
Oh God. Skeggy said, well done. Marvelous on that one.
Thank you, Skeggy.
Do. Bear stuff.
Like holding that.
Yeah.
It's a fun night.
I requested this one as a random. I was happy with that.
Hey, if we can't solve any problems, then why do we lose so many tears? Oh, so you go again when the leading man appears. Always the same thing. Can't you see we got everything going on and on and on? Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Go on and go free. Maybe you're too close to see. Oh, I can feel your body move. It doesn't mean that much to me. I can't go on singing the same thing. Can't you see we got everything? Do you even know we know? Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. I can't go on singing the same thing, 'cause baby, can't you see we got everything going on and on and on. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. And every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Oh, every time you go away, every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Yeah. Hey, if we can't solve any problems, then why do we lose so many tears?
That was awesome.
I was feeling that.
Yeah. Yeah, you got quite
Should've kept going.
yeah, you got a bit funky in the middle there too. It's like, oh, make it funky now. Yeah.
Funky,
It's kind of making bunnies.
getting funky, making bunnies.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Making bunnies.
Roll bones.
Yeah. Ah,
Roll
Cat,
bones.
thank you very much. Cat was
Thank you,
fully
Kat.
digging that. Said thank you for playing that, Hammo. Thank you for all the applause. You guys are wonderful. We do still have time.
We have plenty.
There is still space in the queue.
Get your requests in.
Get those requests in.
Get those requests in.
No limit on the number of requests. No cost. Just feel free to peruse the, 900 strong. I don't even know how many.
Over 1,000 yet?
No, not yet, thankfully. It's a lot for people to scroll through. I mean, we're responsible for a lot of carpal tunnel syndrome. 937.
Oh, we got a long way to go to get to 1,000. That's like 2 months away.
Gotta come up with even more ways to pare it down for people.
Genre.
Yeah.
Gendarmes.
Well, we don't want the gendarmes in. Ooh. I mean, we're bad, but we're not that bad. Tuning it, tuning it, tuning it, tuning it. Yeah, well, Bad Apple is never in on a Friday now that the pubs have opened again. He is, I know exactly where he is. He's down at the Biggin Hill social sport, whatever they are, club thing. His local.
Right, roll chip bones.
Bones.
You can stake that claim. Good work is the key to good fortune. Winners take their place, and seldom take that blame. If they don't take that game, and sometimes the winner takes nothing. We draw our own designs, but fortune has to make that frame. Take our chances. Fate is just the way of circumstances. That's the way that Lady Luck dances. Roll the bones. Roll the bones. Why are we here? 'Cause we're here. Roll the bones. Roll the bones. Why does it happen? Because it happens, roll the bones, roll the bones. Fate is cold as ice, why are little ones born only to suffer? For the want of immunity or a bowl of rice. Well, who could hold that prize on the heads of the innocent children? If there's some immortal power to control the dice. Come into the world and take our chances. Fate is just the way the circumstances. That's the way that Lady Luck dances. Roll the bones. Roll the bones. Why are we here? 'Cause we're here. Roll the bones. Roll the bones. Why does it happen? Because it happens. Roll the bones. Roll the bones. Why are we here? Because we're here. Roll the bones. Roll the bones. Why does it happen? is the facts. Gonna kick some gluteus max. It's a parallax gig. You move around, the small gets big, it's a rig. It's action, reaction, random interaction. So who's afraid of a little distraction? Can't get no satisfaction from the facts. Better run home, boy. Facts are back from Rome to Rome, boy. So what's the deal? Spin the wheel if the dice are hot. Take a shot, play your card, show us what you got, what you hold. If the cards are cold, don't go holding. Baby love is gold. She favors the bold, the cold. Stop throwing stones. The night has 1,000 saxophones. Let's get out there and rock and roll the bones. Roll the bones. Why are we here? Because we're here. Roll the bones. Roll the bones. Why does it happen? Because it happens. Roll the bones. Roll the bones. Why are we here? Because we're here. Roll the bones. Roll the bones. Why does it happen? Because it happens. Roll the bones. Roll the bones. Why are we here? Oh, roll the bones. Roll the bones. Why does it happen? Oh, roll the bones. Roll the bones.
It's my second favorite.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's your favourite?
Time Stand Still.
Oh, yeah.
Ghoulbuster 76. Have a great weekend. Thanks.
Buster 76. Heading out for the weekend.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
You
So
are
much fun to say.
you are punchy this today.
I am a little bit.
Is it because it's Friday the 13th?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah, that's probably it then.
Yeah. Ah, Liam, look at you. Coming in with all the requests. So, in this song, you can also use the owls. So Satina puts owls in the chat when a Who song is played. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. Been around for a long, long year. Stole many men's soul and faith. And I was around when Jesus Christ had his moment of doubt and pain. Made damn sure the pilot washed his hands and sealed his fate. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. I stuck around St. Petersburg when I saw it was time for a change. Killed the Tsar and his ministers. Anastasia screamed in vain. I rode a tank, held a general's rank when the blitzkrieg raged and the bodies stank. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. I watched with glee while your kings and your queens fought for 10 decades for the gods they made. And I shouted out, who killed the Kennedy? when after all it was you and me. Let me please introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste, and I lay traps for all the troubadours who get killed before they reach my bay. Pleased to meet you, hope you guessed my name. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Oh, now, baby, get down. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guessed my name. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Just as every cop is a criminal, and all the sinners saints. Just as heads as tails, call me Lucifer, 'cause I'm in need of some restraint. So if you meet me, have some courtesy, have some sympathy and some taste. Use all your well-learned qualities, or I'll lay your soul away, yes, oh yeah. Pleased to meet you, hope you guessed my name. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Oh, pleased to meet you, hope you guessed my name. Oh yeah, now what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Oh now, come on baby, let's go and get down. Tell me baby, what's my name? Come on, honey, guess my name.
Yeah, it's fun.
Drop my pick.
Yeah, I saw that.
I had to pick a new pick.
Yeah. Are you sad about it?
No,
No?
just gonna move on. That pick is
Are
now
you?
dead to me.
You have betrayed me. You are now dead to me. You're rounded off and you've fallen out of my hands. You are dead to me.
You are dead to me.
Thank you all for being here on a Friday night. We do appreciate it. Thank you for indulging our odd stream schedule as of this week. And possibly
Did you
next
take
week.
this one?
No, Liam did. Yeah. He's heard what I said and he just put it in
Oh.
because Liam is quite cool. Yes, defy the authority, smash the pick. Liam is very Rage Against the Machine tonight. He's all about defying authority. I'm digging it.
Turn my back to the wind to catch my breath before I start up again. Driven on without a moment spent to pass an evening with a drink and a friend. I let my skin get too thin. I'd like to pause, no matter what I pretend. Like some pilgrim who loves to transcend, loves to live as if each step was the end. Time stands still. I'm not looking back, but I want to look around me now. Time stands still. See more of the people and the places that surround me now. Time stands still. Freeze this moment a little bit longer. Make each sensation a little bit stronger. Slips away. Experience slips away. Time stands still. Turn my face to the sun. Close my eyes, let my defenses down. All those wounds that I can't get unwound. I let my past go too fast. No time to pause. If I could slow it all down, like some captain whose ship runs aground. Wait until the tide comes around. Time stands still. I'm not looking back, but I want to look around me now. Time stands still. See more of the people and the places that surround me now. Time stands still. Freeze this moment a little bit longer. Make each sensation a little bit stronger. Make each impression a little bit stronger. Freeze this moment a little bit longer. The innocence slips away. The innocence slips away. Time stands still. Time stands still. Not looking back, but I want to look around me now. See more of the people and the places that surround me now. Summer's growing fast, night's growing colder. Children growing up, old friends growing older. Freeze this moment a little bit longer. Make each sensation a little bit stronger. Experience slips away. Experience slips away. Experience slips away. Time stands still. Time stands still. Time stands still.
I love that one. I love that one so much.
I bought that album
Yeah.
in a petrol station
Did you?
on tape. I bought a cassette
Nice.
when I had my. No, I might have been in my mum's car. I might have.
The Volvo?
It might have been. It might. Yeah, I know when it was. It was when I was back after MI before I moved back to the States permanently. So that few months.
Yeah.
We were in Mum's Volvo, going somewhere, and I bought that tape in the petrol station in Tunbridge Wells. Socials. The one opposite the church.
Sociables.
Sociables.
Yeah.
It was called that because the guy that worked there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we called him Mr. Sociable. He was a nice guy. He was just always there.
Yeah.
You roll up any time of the day.
Or night.
And there he would be. It's the only 24-hour garage in town, I think, at the time. And I bought it, and I put it in the car, and that was the first song on it, I think. Or it might have been the other one.
I don't know. By the way, Darth Rips, you're very welcome to the shout out. All about the love for the rips around here. Thank you for the great emotes in the chat, by the way. Liam had the cassette of Roll the Bones first. Later, he bought the CD. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought that cassette. I think it was then. I know where I bought it. I know Mum was in the car with me. And I put it in, and I was just like, wow, this is fucking good. This was a good choice.
I'm betting she was not as impressed. I bet she was tolerant but not impressed.
I think Mum is not really, doesn't really like music that much. She doesn't sing or anything like that. Maybe hums to herself a little bit occasionally.
As you do.
But I don't think, she doesn't listen to the radio. She never listens to the radio.
Never has, really.
Never really listened to music. Never had any records or anything like that.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Considering that your grandfather, her father, played.
Yeah, he did.
Skipped the generation. Ended up with you.
Thank God, because,
Otherwise, you'd be like your brothers.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh. God.
Ugh.
Yeah, that would be awful.
I know.
How horrible would that be?
I wouldn't have married you.
Well, I wouldn't have gone to America.
Yeah. No, you would have stayed here and had a completely
Regular life.
Ugh.
I look at the two of them and I think, oh my God, what a waste. Future teaches you to be alone, the present to be afraid and cold. So if I can't shoot rabbits, then I can't shoot fascists. Bullets for your brain today, but will they get it all again? Monuments put from pen to paper turns me into a godless wonder. Oh, and if you tolerate this, then your children will be next. Oh, and if you tolerate this, then your children will be next. Will be next. Will be next. Will be next. Gravity keeps my head down, or is it maybe shame at being so young and being so vain? Holes in your head today, but I ends. And if you tolerate this, then your children will be next. Oh, if you tolerate this, then your children will be next, will be next, will be next, will be next. And on the streets tonight, old man plays with newspaper cuttings of his glory days. And if you tolerate this, then your children will be next. Oh, if you tolerate this, then your children will be next, will be next, will be next, will be next. If you tolerate this, then your children will be next. Oh, and if you tolerate this, then your children will be next, will be next, will be next, will be next.
I love that one. Killjoy Monkeys here.
Killjoy Monkey.
Good to see ya.
Killjoy Monkey.
So Satina's parents were both avid music listeners. Her mom was a pretty good piano player, and both of them could sing. I said both of my parents were avid listeners, but no skill.
My dad plays keyboards. Played the keyboards most of my growing up life.
Mm-hmm.
And he had records. He liked Eagles. He liked Glenn Campbell.
Yeah, he likes
The guy that can't
country,
fly a plane.
Americana, John Denver.
John Denver.
Yeah.
He liked that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Easy listening.
Easy listening. Yacht rock.
Yeah. Liam's dad listened to a lot, mainly the Stones, Floyd, Joan Baez, and the Beatles. He had all the original Beatles singles up until Liam's sister broke them all. She was only about 6, but he was not happy. I'm like, yeah, I can understand that because
she should still be paying for that.
yeah, I mean, although she was 6, I mean, the question is that
I knew
okay.
at 6 years of age not to do things like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, so why did she break all of them? How does one accidentally break all of them? Yeah, it was a bit harsh on you. So Liam's dad, in retribution, broke all the children's records. And Liam's like, I didn't even do anything. I'm an innocent bystander here, getting hit with the shrapnel. The shrapnel.
So I heard there was a secret chord David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the 4th, the 5th, the minor 4, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke your throne, she cut your hair from your lips. She drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew ya. Well, I've seen your flag on the Marble Arch, but love is not a victory march. It's cold and it's lonely. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, there was a time when you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show that to me, do you? But remember when I moved in you and the holy dove was moving too, and every breath that we drew was hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Now maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew ya. It's not a cry that you hear at night, and it's not someone claiming to have seen the light. It's cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
That is a tune.
That's a tune. That's a tune. Look at that tune.
That's a fact.
That's a tune. Water boys.
Yeah,
This is also a tune.
this is also a
In
tune.
fact, most of the things I've done tonight have been tunes.
Yes. Thank you for the applause.
Everything on my list is a tune. Some
Skeggy,
of them are tunes.
that's true. Skeggy said, brilliant songs and great showmanship tonight. Thank you.
That is very kind of you, isn't it?
Yes.
That's very kind. Thank you.
They were talking about so Satina's dad was the one who introduced her to the Who when he bought her Tommy when it was released, which is quite cool. Liam's dad bought him a Lonnie Donegan album. Yeah. He said not quite the same somehow.
Lonnie Donegan, kind of.
Yeah. Skiffle. Does
like,
your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight?
It's kind of like getting a who's the the American guy with the TV show.
Not Tiny Tim.
No. The music guy, Lawrence Welk.
Oh.
It's kind of like Lawrence Welk.
Yes. And a 1 and a 2 and a... Oh my.
Pictured a rainbow, you held it in your hands. I had flashes, but you saw the plan I wandered at in the world for years. While you just stayed in your room, I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon, whole of the moon. You were there at the turnstiles with the wind at your heels, stretched for the stars, and you know how it feels to reach too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon. I was grounded while you filled the skies. I was dumbfounded by your truths. You cut through the lies. I saw the rain-dirty valley. Oh, but you saw Brigadoon. I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon, whole of the moon. Whole of the moon. I spoke about wings. You just flew. I wondered, I guess, then I tried. But you swooned, I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon, whole of the moon. With a torch in your pocket and the wind at your heels, you climbed on the ladder and you know how it feels to get too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon, whole of the moon, yeah. Unicorns and cannonballs, palaces and piers, trumpets, towers, tenements, wide oceans full of tears. Flags, rags, ferry boats, scimitars and scars. Every precious dream and vision underneath the stars. Yes, you climbed on the ladder with the wind at your sails. Came like comet, blazing your train. Too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon.
So apparently the Waterboys just released their latest album last Friday.
Really?
Yeah. I'll have to give it a listen. So yes, we have reached the end. Thank you, Skaggy. Skaggy says, stay safe, people. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Thanks again to Mr. and Mrs. H for doing this stream. You people are fantastic. You are all fantastic as well. You guys are super awesome. Super mega thanks to our mod team. Toy Boy, you rule all. Thank you to Rodster for dropping in. Thank you all for being here.
Indeed. It's been a real good night, so good night. This is not goodbye, it's just until next time. It's been my pleasure to be here with all of you. It's been my pleasure to stay, but now it's time to go. Oh, it's been oh so long, so long. But please don't take this wrong, it's just time to move on. It's been my honor to serve you with all of me. It's been my honor to play, but now it's time to leave. It's been a real good night, so good night. And it's been oh so long, so long. It's been my pleasure to be here with all of you. It's been my pleasure to stay. To serve you with all of me. It's been my honor to play, but now it's time to say, what a good night. It's been so long. 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 What a good night, 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 it's been so long.
You guys are the best.
Thank you, everybody.
Skaggy said, stand proud, Mr. H. This stream helps lots of people in life, as well as being the best Twitch stream, so I thank you, boss.
Well, you are very kind to say that. I just hope in my little corner of Twitch land that everybody has a good time.
Yeah.
And you guys are responsible for that as much as I'm just the monkey.
Not the Killjoy monkey.
Not the Killjoy monkey.
That's a different monkey.
That's a different monkey. I'm just the monkey clapping the chimes together.
You're the catalyst.
It's the chat. It's all you guys in the chat that make this stream the thing that it is.
That's true. That is true.
It is very true. It is very true. People are always commenting about how much our chat is on fire and how involved everybody is. And I thank you.
And when we go to when people know you from, people know you're part of the Hammo fam and other streams, they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
You guys are legendary.
Yeah.
We're gonna go see somebody new.
Are we?
Yeah, we're gonna kick it up a notch. We're gonna go see pro guitarist, session musician, music producer from Essex.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, he is Waylon. So let's copy those raid commands.
Hit that follow button.
Yeah, show him that Hammo fam love
and
when we get over there.
We will see you
Monday.
Bright and early on Monday. Have a great, safe, pleasurable weekend.
I love Hammo too. Have a great weekend.
And just live life and enjoy it. Right, we'll see you Monday. Cheers, everybody.